like I was saying, I need you to hear me. If you have to, young people, and I'm speaking of girls and boys, I'm speaking to men, young men, and young women. If you have to find a mentor or a therapist, and I know we have this way of saying, oh, I'm not going to a therapist, honey. There's nothing wrong with going to a therapist, sitting there talking, sitting there sharing. It's okay to do it because everyone doesn't need to know what you're doing. Your right hand doesn't need to know what your left hand doing, and your left hand doesn't need to know what your right hand doing. That means you don't have to tell anybody what you're doing and why you're doing it. People know that I moved in silence. They didn't know I moved until I moved. No one knows I have a business until I share my business with you. Right now, today. Get that? No one knows I share my thoughts of what's going on until I'm ready to share my thoughts of what's going on. That's just how I am. That's just who I am. My left eye is jumping. My God. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I am not going to lose another somebody to the streets. Another somebody to death. Another somebody to jail. My nerves so bad, my hand's shaking. I'm just not going to lose no one. My students understand what I mean because I've said it to them, and I keep saying it to them, and I'm saying it to my children, and I'm saying it to my children's friends. I'm saying it to anybody and everybody that's listening. If I don't know you, no, baby. No. See, many of you have never had to look down when you come outside and see a dead person and have to walk around that dead person to get to where you have to go. Many of you have never experienced the gunshot and you ducking in your home because of the gunshot. Many of you never experienced, and I'm going to speak on an experience of your best friend being shot right in front of you, and you ask yourself how they killed her but they didn't kill me. And my daughter understand what I'm saying. Missed it by a second. Felicia went to Carol City. My best friend. Shot in the head. See, and I always say God take care of babies and fools. Babies and fools. God take care of babies and fools. Babies and fools. Let me tell you something. When you know you're covered and you try to run from it, He gonna give you an example of what could be. And He gonna scare you behind straight of what can be. Don't lose what you have going on in your life for foolishness. Who in the fuck want to be grown? Grown people don't want to be grown. Hell, they don't want to be grown. Because they sick and tired of the man calling them saying you owe you owe this, you owe that. You got to make sure rent due. You got people strangling around looking for the money right now. Hell, I'm looking for my mortgage. Then I got the water bill, the light bill, the cable bill, 3 car notes. I mean, who wants to deal with that and still can't have fun, can't go nowhere? Bruh, who in the hell want to be grown? Nobody wants to be grown except for those who don't know themselves and don't know the reality of the world. And that out here, it ain't no joke. And I'm being as pure and as raw as I can be to you guys right now. Out here ain't no joke. It's no joke. It's no joke. People lost their children over bullshit. One person didn't like that person, and just because I'm in the car with them, they shoot Everybody dead. People lost their children. Mothers and fathers out there crying. And if y'all think y'all grown because you 18 and something happened, who you gonna call? Who you gonna call? You can't call your wife because you're not married. You can't call your girlfriend because your girlfriend either in college, got a job, live with a mama. Who you gonna call? Because you say you grown. When you pulled over, or you get caught up in some foolishness, who you gonna call? But you grown. Yo, babies, hear me. Look it up. You have to register for the service right now as age 18. It does not mean, and I'm going to say this again, I'm going to reiterate what I said previously. It does not mean you're joining the service. It's just the law. Why? Because anyone that's 18 years old can join the service. However, you cannot drink. You cannot go into certain clubs. You can't go in certain bars or any place unless you're 21 or over. Reality, that's when you're grown. If you're listening to your friends, some of them may have a little wisdom. I'm not going to take that from you guys that are wise. But I need you to follow what's right. You guys are you guys, especially the 2-parent homes. Because a lot of us wasn't raised in a 2-parent home. We had 1 parent. But I'm quite sure they instilled something in you that you know better, and you know what you're doing or what you should not do. And what you're doing is wrong. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. I've been there. I've seen it. If you don't want to believe me, go ask somebody who live in the projects. Go ask somebody who used to sell drugs. Hell, visit anybody in a jailhouse. You don't have to believe me. Because everybody trying to save somebody. Don't believe me. Hear me when I say you don't have to believe me. Todo bien. I'm not going. But there was a nurse. I'm not going nowhere. I'm going to go home. I'm hungry. I'm not hungry. I'm frustrated. But don't believe me. If you don't want to believe me, you ain't got to believe Celeste. Don't believe Celeste. I'm just a teacher. I'm just a mother. I'm just a provider. I'm just someone that everybody can lean on. And I love it. I love when people lean on me or call me and want to talk to me, because I want people to succeed. You never would hear. Ask Mary. You'll never hear Mary Brownell say nothing against me. You'll never hear Miss Kwaku say, and these are either teachers or someone I met during a journey, but you'll never hear someone say, well, you're not positive. No, I try to be as positive as I can, because there is a will. If there is a will, there is a way. There is a way for you to get out of something. Then, baby, get out of it. And I know you can get out of it. I know you can be somebody. I know you can make it. And I'm not saying college is for everyone. You are not going to get me to say that. I know people make more money than I do. And I've been teaching for 28 years. You're not going to get me to say that. At all. But execute. Sustain. Make others a liar. Because a lot of people want to see you fail. And if they don't want to see you fail, they want your mama to hurt. So they're going to go through you. If I'm lying at somebody. Ask somebody.